Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into one of the foundational models of communication theory, the Shannon and Weaver model. Whether you are studying communication or just interested in understanding how information is transmitted, this video will provide a clear and comprehensive overview. Let's get started. Introduction to Shannon and Weaver. Before we dive into the model itself, let's take a moment to introduce the minds behind it. Claude Shannon, a mathematician and electrical engineer, and Warren Weaver, a scientist, developed this model in 1948 while working on communication technology. Their goal was to improve the efficiency of communication systems, especially for telecommunications. The Shannon and Weaver model is often referred to as the mother of all models due to its fundamental impact on communication theory. Its linear model that breaks down the process of communication into distinct components. Let's take a closer look at each component. Shannon and Weaver model. Here's the basic structure of the Shannon and Weaver model. Information source. This is where the message originates. It could be a person, a group, or any entity that wants to communicate. Transmitter. The transmitter encodes the message into signals. In the context of telecommunications, this could be a telephone or radio transmitter. Channel. The channel is the medium through which the signal travels. It could be a physical medium like a wire or an electromagnetic wave. Receiver. The receiver decodes the signals back into the original message. This could be a telephone or a radio receiver. Destination. The destination is the intended recipient of the message. Now let's break down some key concepts within this model. Encoding and decoding. Encoding is the process of converting the message into signals, while decoding is the process of converting these signals back into the message. Then noise. Noise is an important factor in any communication. Noise refers to any interference that distracts the signal as it travels from the source to the destination. This could be anything from static on a phone line to misunderstandings in verbal communication. Now, feedback. While the original model did not emphasize feedback, later adaptations include it to show the bidirectional nature of communication. An important aspect of the Shannon and Weaver model is its focus on the technical efficiency of communication. It was originally designed to address issues in telephone and radio transmissions, but its principles are widely applicable across various forms of communication. Applications of Shannon and Weaver model. Let's discuss some practical applications of the Shannon and Weaver model. Telecommunications. This model is crucial for understanding how information is transmitted over distances, helping to design more efficient communication systems. Media and broadcasting. In mass media, understanding the potential noise in transmission can help improve the clarity and effectiveness of interpersonal communication. While its technical model, its principle apply to everyday communication, emphasizing the importance of clear encoding and decoding to avoid misunderstandings. Let's look at a quick case study. Imagine you are on a phone call discussing important project details. Here's how the Shannon and Weaver model would break down this scenario. Information source. Information source, you with the project details, transmitter, your phone converting your voice into signals, then channel, the phone network transmitting these signals, and then receiver, your colleague's phone converting signal back into the voice. Destination, your colleague who received the message. If there's static on the line, means noise, the message may not be clear, leading to potential misunderstandings, criticism, and limitations. While the Shannon and Weaver model is foundational, it has its limitations. Critics argue that linear nature, it oversimplifies communication by presenting it as a one-way process, lack of feedback. The original model does not account for feedback, which is crucial for interactive communication. Human factor. It does not consider the complexities of human communication, such as emotions and cultural context. In conclusion, the Shannon and Weaver model provides a fundamental framework for understanding the technical aspects of communication. Despite its limitations, it offers valuable insights that are applicable across various fields, from telecommunications to everyday conversations. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content on communication model and theories and practices. Leave a comment below if you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover next. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.